Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Hastings from the Roby family of companies.
Man, we got to get off this kick. You know, it's kind of like Christian says. My wife also, my work wife and my home wife always say that I get stuck on a word for about 2 months. I usually use it out of context over 50% of the time.
Hey,
so
man,
people don't even understand what I'm saying.
Stick with what you're good at.
But your intros are getting pretty.
You think they're
pretty
getting stagnant?
daggerish? They're just getting a little daggery towards me.
I'm just trying to welcome everybody
We're
back.
allies in this thing, homeboy.
All right, so next show, I will come up with a new intro.
That's great.
Is that good?
I don't know if we need a new intro.
I like our intro songs.
I thought we were about to get this one trademarked.
Intro songs are good.
Well,
Intro songs are good.
No, man, how fun was that? Mike Griffin and Austin Helms, mentor, mentee, his understudy is here. I think they got a great concept.
They do. No, I mean, Zoom Up. And if you missed the last 2 segments or the first 3 segments, go find out what it is. I mean, Zoom Up, be a Zoomer.
I mean, frankly, it's what over the last 20 years has happened with this 50-year-old business that was Angel Roby, and we've zoomed it up. You know, Travis and myself, and then all of you guys that have joined the team and helped lead and blaze trails. So it's been wonderful. My dad, God bless him, allowed that to be able to happen. And it's what Mike and Larry Jr. have done with the Griffin Brothers. Griffin Brothers Tire is what it was. And, you know, they got into the landfill business. They're the big landfill guys around town, which is we get to share a lot of business in that endeavor. And then they've just developed real estate, had some restaurants and such. And so they've zoomed up that business really. And frankly, I think it's their entrepreneurial spirit that's made that happen. So I know their dad, Larry Sr., is proud.
Well, and it's got to be validating for you, Trent, because the opportunities for a Zoomer and to Zoom a company up from a family business to bring somebody from outside the family and give them that opportunity is really, really rare. And I know it kind of comes second nature to you, and it comes second nature to Mike, but not many people are willing to take this on.
Well, I bounce a lot of my business ideas and struggles with my wife.
Sure.
She's very intelligent. And very great sounding board for me. And the whole thing is, like you say, you said something there, it kind of comes second nature for me because I'm so studied on it and I grew up in it. My dad just gave me these opportunities. He never blocked my opportunity. He never said, no, I'm going to run this business for 30 years and you're not doing it. You're going to do this if you want to do that. And she says it's hard for potential Zoomers, young people that want to be entrepreneurial, it's hard for them to even understand where somebody that's trying to show them or allow them an opportunity that takes time. I mean, in the short term, it's very big game of patience for the Zoomer, but in the long term, when you step back and look at it, it goes by so quick. I mean, I'm 38, I've been doing this full time for 18 years now. Mike's 13 years my senior. I think me and Mike are the twins, and so just think about those years of experience, and then how you bird's eye view it and how you encapsulate it.
Well, it's a fascinating concept, and like we talked about, I think finding Zoomers is probably something that they'll have a lot of success with. It's just like we always talk about, finding Zoomers that'll put down their ego and willing to put their arms down and listen and take the mentorship opportunities that they're able to give them. And it solves a problem to these family businesses that really have no answer on how they're going to succeed or have a succession plan.
No, you're right. Okay. Wonderful show. Glad those guys could join us. I love hanging out with Mike and
absolutely.
Austin.
Super educating.
Now we're going to switch topics a little bit. Today at our property where our Roby Electric building runs out of, my friend who is a pretty big wig with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, Jonathan Thomas is a good friend of mine, asked me if I had any old warehouses that the CMPD could use for SWAT training.
Yeah.
And I said, of course. I always say yes, and then I figure out how I got to get out of trouble later. Of course. So that was about 2 weeks ago. He comes towards our property. He's like, this is perfect. This is going to be so awesome. So then yesterday he calls me, or Sunday at church. I see him at church, and he says, "Hey man, Tuesday's the day. Could you stop by?" And I rode through there. He texted me this morning when I was at breakfast and said that my neighbors thought I was finally going down. Buildings being raided by the SWAT team. I don't know why they need 500 police officers raiding me, but I think it is so cool to be able to give back and respect and support the people that protect us and fight for us and serve us. I really do, and I think it's cool for the Roby family of companies and to utilize a piece of our real estate, to utilize where Roby Electric's house, where our shop is, to allow these guys to do it and touch our employees.
Yeah, Trent. So I walked into my office Tuesday, and there's a guy in full SWAT gear with it was a paintball gun, but it didn't look like a paintball gun. And he kind of turned around and looked at me, helmet on, and the glasses, the whole deal. Hey man, how you doing? I was just about wet myself, but I'll tell you, I wouldn't mess with these guys. They weren't 5'8". This guy was about 6'6", looking down on me, and it was legit. But it was cool. It was neat. But I had some similar phone calls where people were wondering maybe if we had, something had happened, but nothing happened. It was a really cool exercise. I'm glad we were able to do that.
Well, I told Jonathan back. He texted me and said they thought I was going down. I said I like to keep.
Let's keep.
I like to keep the devil playing in people's mind. Yeah, think what you want to think. We're trying to do the right thing here and trying to support our municipalities. What a great show, Patrick! I had a blast hanging out with you. Stay tuned. Tune in next week, 9 to 10 next Sunday for the At Home with Roby show. Have a wonderful Sunday.